There is a strange kind of humiliation that almost no one talks about. Not shouting, not insults, not public fights. Something much quieter than that. It happens when the person who once promised to stand beside you suddenly starts acting like you don't exist. And the worst part is that sometimes it doesn't happen in private. Sometimes it happens in a room full of people. That was the day I realized something in my relationship had already died, long before I noticed. The evening started like any other. We were invited to a small dinner at a friend's apartment. Nothing formal. Just a few couples talking, laughing, sharing stories. From the outside, everything felt normal. He walked in beside me. We greeted everyone together. But slowly, as the night moved forward, something strange began to happen. Something small at first. So small that I almost ignored it. While people talked around the table, he began telling a story. A long story about a recent trip. Everyone was listening, smiling, asking questions, and suddenly I realized something strange. He kept saying, I went to this place. I tried that restaurant. I had this experience, but I had been there too. The entire trip, yet somehow, in his story, I had disappeared. At first I thought maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he simply forgot to mention me, but then it happened again. Someone asked a question, and once again he answered as if he had done everything alone, as if I had never been there, as if I had never existed in those memories. The table laughed. People kept listening, and there I was, sitting just 2 chairs away, completely invisible. I remember lowering my eyes to the table, my fingers touching the edge of my glass, trying to convince myself that I was imagining things, but deep inside, something felt painfully clear. This wasn't forgetfulness, this was something else, something colder, something deliberate. Because ignoring someone in private is one thing, but pretending they don't exist while they sit in front of you, that's a different kind of cruelty. Later that night, someone turned to me and asked a simple question. So, how did you like the trip? For a moment, the entire table looked at me, waiting for my answer. And suddenly, the truth hit me harder than anything else that evening. They didn't know I had been there, because he had never mentioned me, not once. In every story he told, I had simply been erased. When we left the apartment that night, the street was quiet. Cold air, city lights reflecting on the pavement. He walked beside me like nothing had happened, like the entire evening had been completely normal. And in that moment, I understood something I had been avoiding for a long time. This wasn't about a dinner. It wasn't about a story. It was about respect. Because when someone truly values you, they include you in their words, in their memories, in their life. And if you have ever experienced a moment where someone made you feel invisible in front of others, you probably remember exactly how it felt. Sometimes one small moment reveals a truth we were not ready to see.
Ever felt this kind of loneliness within a relationship? Please take a second to subscribe. These stories are for you.
That night, I didn't argue. I didn't confront him. I simply watched the city lights through the car window, and a quiet thought settled in my mind. You can share a home with someone for years and still discover in a single evening that you were never truly part of their story.